Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So we are here at the very end of cycle 400. Figured that was a good point to go ahead and come back in. I had to do a few things in between episodes. I never ended up turning, whoops, that was not the right button. I never ended up turning back on this. So this area has started to warm back up again, as has the entire base started getting a little bit warmer again. I'm going to have to turn that back on. In fact, let's go ahead and set that to be enabled, and that'll start the whole process again. Um, Other than that, of course, we've our things are running here. I've changed this from locked to basically just restricting access because I wanted to build a deodorizer in here. Is this? Oh, it's waiting for. Oh, it needs more filtration medium. Darn. Well, I can take care of that. Anyway, did that. I had to build some, Atmos suits here because this area is just too hot. It has gotten too hot. Duplicates were getting far too injured trying to do anything. I did end up rebuilding this liquid pump out of steel. I ended up rebuilding the desalinator out of steel as well because it too broke down from overheating. I'm gonna have to do something about the heat in this area. I do have a power transformer up here now that I stopped, actually putting the things in. The power cables out because I was originally going to put the Atmosuit dock up here, but as you can see, the area out here just got far too hot, and they were getting hurt even trying to build that, so I put it down here instead. I ended up putting a door in to restrict access while they were doing that. I think I've got it set to fine now. Yeah. I'm going to dig this area out because I need to drain this polluted water. So I'm going to try and drain it into there and call it good because I need this area here for my next project. Because if you recall, I was talking about this carbon dioxide vent. Now, it vents its carbon dioxide at over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. That is way more than enough to boil water. So, I'm figuring I will have a little room kind of around here that will hold the carbon dioxide, and then basically above it have a little room with water that will turn into steam, and above that have the steam engines. Now, I'm probably also going to need a room off to the side that has at least one steam engine and one aqua tuner. Maybe I'll do two and two, depending. But it's going to need those so that I can also cool the steam engines that are up here, because basically I'll be building another one of wherever it is down this way. This another setup like this, but you know, separate yet attached to the setup over here. So I'm going to need quite a bit of an area, and I'm going to need a way to vent off the carbon dioxide once it cools enough to no longer be useful. I'll probably do it around 300 or 400 degrees because there's a certain amount of heat transfer that's necessary. So we'll kind of figure out as we go right around there. Now, it is hot enough that I don't have a material I can build a pump out of that will be able to withstand that maximum temperature of 932 degrees. Because let's see. Do I have a just like a aluminum? Yeah, all right. I have an aluminum gas pump here. This does not have any bonuses to the overheat temperature. So the base overheat temperature of the gas pump is 167 degrees. And then, as you can see, steel adds 360 to it. So that's like 500 degrees. That's still not enough. And if I were to try to cool it, I'd also end up cooling the carbon dioxide prematurely, which I also don't want. But mechanized airlock doors don't have an overheat temperature, so I just have to keep it below its melting temperature to keep it from getting damaged. And this is an aluminum one, and it's almost 2,000 degrees. So even aluminum mechanized airlocks should be fine. So I can do. I'm trying to think of which I would rather do. I could theoretically have it open up to a tunnel that then goes all the way out to space. Or I could have it, since it would then be cool enough, open up to a room with a pump that can then pump it to space. Because I don't want to keep the carbon dioxide. There's nothing I can really do with it at the moment. Yeah, if I had some slicksters around, I could theoretically feed it to them. I mean, there's... Okay, like that one right there. I don't want to mess with that. There are other sources of oil that are way easier than dealing with slicksters. So I just kind of want to get rid of it. I suppose I could dump it into a room that has a carbon skimmer and basically just convert it to polluted water. That would be an option. I am kind of near a water setup. That might be a little easier than going all the way to space, because this is my easiest access to space right here. And as you can see, there's this salt water in the way, and I don't have enough space down here to handle it. Like, I'm set up to be able to dump it in. I just kind of have to go and avoid this sand. I could just kind of dig over and then up, and, it could do that. But there's not enough room for that much salt water in here at the moment. Maybe once if I can manage to use it. I'm using this at a pretty quick rate at the moment because it is trying to refill this reservoir back up to the point of this hydro sensor. I ran a little low on water while I was trying to do all this. Look at this. I've spent 7 minutes just talking about my plans and the updates. It's time to get things rolling. So we're going to start. We're going to drain out this polluted water, get it into our little polluted water tank here that we've kind of got these Paku in. And then we can start working on the room from there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. They're going to grab these Atmos suits as they can. I think, yeah, like you see, only one is in use at the moment because... Oh, I guess, no, they will use the ones without oxygen. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Or you're picking up slime. Oh, because there's a puff up here. Is that why they kept trying to come up here? Because there was a puff up there? Oh, jeez. Alright. Anyway. Alright, so they've started to dig that out. This will allow this stuff to drain down here fairly easily. I might want to, I don't know what I'll do with that. We'll let them do this stuff as we go. It's not going to drain until I tell it to, so... we are hitting the edge over here, and yeah, that's the edge, because there's the neutronium. Ooh, iron volcano. I forgot about this. I could use that for a similar setup, too. I'll have to give some consideration to that. Because that comes at a much hotter temperature. Yeah, that's going to be even more difficult to manage, though, because of the even higher temperature, but that can also be an infinite source of refined iron, because that turns into refined iron when it cools. So I might be, with its positioning, I might be able to do some sort of large overlapping setup. I think I'm gonna have to, like, build up in here. I have to take out some of the, well, I'm trying to figure out, maybe down here? Maybe below. Trying to figure out a place to set up the alternate, there's the extra setup of steam engine that is designed to cool things down. Just trying to figure out a couple of things. I'm gonna need more steel for all of this too, because I don't want things, overheating and melting and things of that nature. So, all right, what am I actually going to get accomplished this episode? Because I know I'm not going to get this finished. I'm going to start working on it, but I know I'm not going to finish it. What else needs to be done? Hey, this is all running again. How's this going? Starting to cool back down. You can see the little hints of blue and the green there. Nice. All of this stuff's doing that. I could always extend this loop. I could extend it further. You know what else I need to do? I was talking about it a little bit last episode. I need to do something about critters. Because I could really use both eggs and meat. Move on from the mealwood. I could always make this area up here for it. So I saw another YouTuber with an interesting plan, who apparently also got that from another YouTuber. And I'm thinking about doing a sort of automated eggs and meat setup. Now, it's been fairly difficult thing to accomplish automation with it, but they found a way, and it's slightly ingenious. It actually uses unpowered incubators to, set at a high priority to reserve eggs. So that's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. Um, and then basically allowing a mixture of other eggs to both hatch and basically drowning the critters for meat and using the automated the automated like retrieval systems. Where is that stuff? The shipping stuff, the auto sweeper to pick up the materials necessary and sort it out, into the necessary boxes and such that it would go into. So I might try to replicate something of that nature. Because the eggs actually continue to incubate in an incubator even if it's unpowered. It just goes at the regular rate. Let's see what we got here. Some oxalite. Yeah, we're fine. I've been storing the oxalite down in the storage bin here. When I get to rockets, I'll need it, so that's fine. All right, so I'm thinking the problem is that I'm going to need to feed any critters that I actually go to the effort of taming. And I kind of want the sage hatchling egg, because that just kind of evolved on its own. I'm giving some thought to it here. Because the pips... Can the pips eat just wood, or do they have to have the arbor trees? You know what? Let's try this. Let's set up a little area here for the pips. All right. Let's do this. Let's just kind of map out an area. I can leave this running. I don't need to not have this running. So let's go ahead and... What's our temperatures looking like here? You know what? Let's try and keep this relatively okay. Let's put, some like that. Let's go ahead and get some regular... Well, put that one there. And then regular tile. So we need a couple of spaces. And then I need the space for the ranching stuff. Like so. Give them enough space. That should be enough for 3 trees. So we'll need ladder. And they should keep themselves fed off 3 trees, I would like to think, depending on how many I get in there. Because I won't set those to harvest. I'll just let those grow. We need to do a storage bin in here. And we will need... Is it under food? Let's see. Critter drop-off, critter feeder. No, it's not in there. Is it a station? It's probably a station. Grooming station. The question is do I really need to groom? Yeah, well, oh, that's gonna take up a little bit more space. Let's move this wall a little. This is why we're planning. Let's move that out like so. And we can put in a regular old ladder there. This will give them plenty of space. Actually, we want to cancel that one and put in a pneumatic door. And then have some regular old tiles here. Alright. So they'll be able to get in here, do that. And there should hopefully end up being enough pips in here to produce a surplus of eggs. This will be where I keep the pips that I want to keep alive. That sounds good to me. Alright, so we got that. That'll be our little pip room. I'm going to want to also, just to kind of keep things safe, I'll put that there. Why are you guys hanging out up there? Alright, you know what? I need a break room. I need a break room for these guys because they keep hanging out in weird spots. If I set up a break room, they won't go hanging out in weird spots that are low oxygen. Look, that's the lowest oxygen spot inside the base that isn't just filled with carbon dioxide like down there. What the heck, guys? Actually, you know what? Now that this is... How's the temperatures there? Temperatures aren't great, but let's, You're a light fixture. I could run power to you. I have an idea. I'm going to set a manual airlock. Not an airlock. Yes, an airlock. Put an airlock there. I'm going to set that door to auto. This is going to be interesting. Alright, now I want somebody to build that airlock. I know, I'm jumping projects, but... You, get out of there. I don't want you doing whatever it is you're doing. Because it is too hot down there to be doing that. Whatever you're thinking about doing, don't. That's the reason I'm setting this thing here. You're coming down to do the exact same thing. Get out of here. Bam, done. Alright, now you, no access. Nobody go that way. Okay, good. Now you're set to nobody go that way. You could actually, or your default... You know what? Let's go ahead and let people in there so that they can go get that. You are actually fairly decently zoom out. Alright, let's deconstruct that door, and I'll put in a pneumatic one. Let's also put in a deodorizer over here. Just, you know, because there is a little bit of that in there still. Let's put in the old pneumatic door. Can I can't... I can set you to auto. That might work. No, actually, I don't want to do that. Let's just leave that open. I want to deconstruct you, but it won't let me. Alright, so we got that. Utilities. Is it utilities? No, it's something else. Like furniture, right? Shoot back. Water cooler. That, by itself, should designate that area as a break room. Now, if I can get some power in here... Actually a more difficult prospect than I thought. Although these guys don't actually... No, not that. Light fixture. It's fine. I guess I'll just leave it like that. So there we go. That's going to do that. That's going to do that. You're doing that. Alright. This is evening out. So we'll do that. And we should... Now, see, that's built. Let me take a quick look here for the room overlay. You're not considered a break room. What do I need to make you a break room of some sort? Let's see. Recreation room. Recreational building. Got it. No industrial machinery. Check. Decor item. I probably need a decor item. So we want a decor item. Furniture? Flower pot. There we go. Let's build that flower pot. And what do we put in there? Let's see. Joya? Yeah, it's got a nice high overheat temperature. So there we go. Put in the little cactus. It technically has the thing now. Yay! Look, it's a recreation room. Now, hopefully, they'll stop hanging out up here. Why are you hanging out up there? Stop hanging out up there. Go hang out down there. You're not doing it. What in the world? I don't get it. I don't understand how duplicants lack of think. Oh, well. Anyway. Alright, so this is about ready to be drained. Let's go ahead and drain that. There we go. Oh, you're off getting those. Okay. You want to go get that? No? You know, that's fine. That's okay, too. See how this is all going. Alright, looks like this is finally, getting to the point it's supposed to be at. That's backed up. Good. You are just about out of hydrogen. Because I've had this basically running at the same time. Let's go ahead and have you turned up a little bit. Just so I can build up some hydrogen again. I had basically turned it down so that I could get more air. So that these suits would get filled. There we go. Pressure damage. Pressure damage. It's always something, I tell you. I don't care about that. In fact, let's disable auto repair. I don't care that much. And then let's just kind of get some of this stuff mopped up. There we go. Hey, and the Paku made it to the new water source. Good, so it survived. Here we go. We'll just kind of get that. And we'll have to wait. Laysai. Alright. How are we doing on time? Wow, we're almost out of episode. I haven't done anything. Look at this. I haven't done anything. I've done a little bit of planning here. Let's get back to the planning on this. Alright, so we've got that. Now we're going to need the automation portion. And I'm probably going to want some space up here to move around. So we'll want at least that. We can go ahead and... I don't know why I made this so tall. This doesn't need to be this tall. Let's, fix that. Alright, we need... 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. So we can now go... the rotated pneumatic door... and the tiles across. There we go. We don't need that. We can have some of that. Actually, we could probably do this slightly compact. So we should be able to do things like have the storage right here, and then have my kill box next to it. Okay. Let's see. We should have... Is it a station? No. Is it food? No. Utility? No. Where is my incubator? Incubator. Incubator? It's gotta be here somewhere. I mean, I have it, right? I haven't, neglected the necessary research. No, look at this. I've got... Oh, you know what? No. Fish trap. Oh, incubator. Yeah. I don't have the research, that's why. Alright, let's get the research done. So I'll be able to pop in a few incubators, keep a few eggs that are intended to go down here. Actually, I need to make this one bigger, because I need a critter drop-off. We can do that. We can just kind of cancel those. We can set it up to be one bigger without having to move any of the other things. We can go food, critter drop-off, right there. That way, when new pips are made, they'll drop them off right there. Excellent. Okay. So we've got that. Forward planning. Forward planning. I probably should have done this stuff in between and then just described it, but hey, you know what? You're getting to see me do it live. Alright. I mean, yes, it's pre-recorded, but whatever. Alright, let's see. So we've got that. We'll be able to pop a couple of incubators in there. But then we're going to need all this shipping and stuff. And our kill box room. Let's get our kill box room. So we're going to have a room. You know, it doesn't need to be that low. Let's try and keep this stuff out of the way. Alright, so we got a small room. For the moment, we'll put... some ladders down there because they're going to have to actually get in to sort this. And for the moment, we will put in some mesh tiles. That way we can fill it with water. And point of fact, let's put a bottle emptier there just so we can fill it. And we're going to need some of this shipping stuff. So we're going to need a conveyor chute. That's going to be important. We'll want to dig out this stuff. We apparently don't have a mechatronics engineer. We'll take care of that. Let's get somebody on that now, actually. Mechatronics engineering is down here. So let's see who's close. You're close, Max. You're already having morale issues, though. That's okay. We hopefully fix that. There you go. Mechatronics engineer Max. Alright. So we've got that. And then we're going to need, obviously, some rails. We'll need a loader. Onto a conveyor rail for transport. Unloads, unloads, loads, unloads. We're going to need an auto sweeper. That's good. We're going to need... That's a miner. That's a bridge. Obviously, we're going to need conveyor rails. Alright. So we're going to want that. And then some rails between. Good. We're going to want that. And some... Oh, right. You do that. Okay. I'm actually going to need another conveyor loader. I think. And then run this up to the receptacle. And then have another auto sweeper to be able to move things into storage bin. This is getting complex. We're gonna want tiles for that. Not those three. Do that. Okay. Actually, you know what? I might as well just go up to the abyssalite there. Alright. I think that might work. So we're going to need power in here as well. All of this stuff needs power. And now these, I believe, can be set for specific things. So, alright, so what's going to happen here? I'll run through it real quick. I'm out of time, but I'll run through this real quick what the basic plan is duplicants will put excess eggs into the conveyor loader. They will drop it into this room that will be filled with water. The eggs will still incubate underwater, so long as the rest of the conditions are met. When they hatch, the piplets will drown. This will pick up the meat and the shells, put it in here, which will bring them up to here. This guy will be then taking them out of there, putting them into the regular storage bin, where they can then just get accessed for their uses. Any excess eggs above and beyond, actually, I don't know. Yeah, so we'll basically have a few reserved in incubators to replace pips as they die, or to just increase the number depending on what we're doing. And that should do it, because the incubators will be set to a higher priority than the conveyor loader. So as long as there is space, they'll put them in the incubators, and then any extra go in the conveyor loader. That is the idea, at least. Alright, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I'll get this a little bit more hammered out, and maybe I'll get started on it. I will also try and get this area planned out a little bit in between episodes. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to do, but I have some time. I am actually recording this before the weekend. This is Monday's episode, but I'm recording this on Friday. So I have all weekend to figure this out. I mean, obviously I have a bunch of other stuff to do, but it gives me a couple of more days to try and figure out exactly where I want to be at the beginning of next episode. But that is going to do it for this episode. What have I done? Planning. I mean, that's really all I've done. But that's going to have to be enough. So, until next time, have a good one.